Let's talk to Venky's. Lots to talk about. A, the mysterious 50% stock fall that the stock has seen off late. Try and understand the business situation a little better, whether or not the poultry glut situation has come back. There's a supply-demand mismatch, diversifying towards retail as well as the B2C segment. So let's chat a little bit more about all of these points with B.Venkatesh Rao, the MD. He joins us on the show right now. Mr. Rao, hi, morning. We understand that the rise in broiler prices caused poultry farmers to come back to the market with higher supply. But in the month of May and June, we have witnessed a sharp spike as well in both broiler as well as egg rates. What's the reason for this discrepancy?
I think last 2 years they have seen good rates, and if you see the market, the broiler rates are still all over India still doing good, especially in the north. I think still very good. And if you see the hatching eggs, or if you see the other part, I think there is a situation that has to be looked into. But suddenly they have seen good portion of margins, and suddenly they have expanded as usual. The cycle takes place. So I think there's nothing to worry, but I think they are taking steps, and I request all the producers, even the competitive brothers, to look into it and expand only 10 to 12%. And that is the mantra of the market right now, and I think that's what we have to look at if you want to have a good price.
But what then explains this kind of sharp fall in your stock? I mean, there's got to be some fundamental reason behind it. Is all well with the business?
See, all is good, but if you see, the CV has put on some ban in some companies, which technically, I don't know, this is first or second or third time coming up. So there's naturally some kind of a, unless and until that has come out, and which will come out in July end or something, that's what they're saying. Then I think something can, people are free to trade and things like that. So there's a pressure there. So it is nothing to do with the company. There's 145 companies which I believe have to be scrutinized or whatever. So this is one of the major parameters, and otherwise I don't think so anything is else there, or I don't as a managing director of the company, I don't see anything going wrong in the company, or product wise or margins wise. We're still going to give a good declaration in the margins this quarterly also. So I don't know what's gone wrong from our side.
To put things in perspective, here the stock also went up like in a crazy manner. So I guess from a stock market standpoint, when a stock goes higher, there was a bit of sort of euphoria which was also there. But I guess as long as the business and the outlook does not change, markets will realize that if the stock was overpriced, it will come down and settle. If the stock was underpriced, I guess when the markets will stabilize, it will automatically go higher and reach its true value. The important variable for Venky's was the entire raw material price. And when I say raw material price, the soya prices. What's the update there? Because according to our data, there seems to be a significant decline, at least on the raw material cost.
Yeah, it's I think temporary, because I think exports are in control, and I think the rains are looking good and ugly. I don't know, good and ugly I say because in the beginning they looked very good, the monsoon, but now I think it's nowhere to be seen in, at least in Maharashtra. So I think wait and watch till the monsoon gets away, and the production levels of soya particularly, which is 75% of the raw material, and maize is 75% again. So it totally depends on the raw material, how this time the crops are going to be in India, north, south, west, everywhere. So it depends on the monsoon particularly, and especially the maize had, I don't know how you're saying, but it risen for a few weeks in between, as I know. But now I think everything is again coming back, but it totally depends on the monsoon, how you're going to fare, how the monsoon is going to fare.
But if raw material prices they go higher, are you in a position to increase boiler and egg prices, or you will have to digest that and that could have impact on your margins?
I wish we could do that, but we have to digest it.
Could you also outline the update on your branded business? Because as I distinctly remember last time when we interacted with you on this forum, you were of the view that the branded business will pick up. You also mentioned that you're in process of doing some external tie-ups. So what is the update on that?
I think if I can just highlight you in Venky's chicken, where we are trying to increase the consumption also, one. Secondly, also give some benefits to the middle tier or lower whatever segments they say, who will have a good opportunity. As Venky's Express, is a company outlets, and Venky's Experience is going to be given to outsiders, where they can, at small margins and small registration fees, they can apply and have their own small businesses, which will be supplied from Davangere plant. Now, for this, recently we had announced this, and we have got a very healthy actually applications coming all over from all over the world actually. And I think this will be a good setup for a new entrepreneur who's looking at small investment and preferably a good margin. For this Venky's, as far as Venky's processing chicken is concerned.
So for FY19, what is your projected top line? Since you say it is as usual and nothing has changed in terms of business outlook, margins, demand, supply equation, for FY19, what should we expect in terms of a top line number?
I think, see, still the respected festivals are to come in the livestock market, which will pass on from now right up to November, and Christmas it will pick up. That's what the trend says. And in December it will pick up. That's what it looks like. And I might be wrong also, but this is what the trend is. But anyway, we should be 8 to 10% in line or better or in line. So I would suggest that we are looking at nothing less than 8% of rise, I would say.
Are you aware of any large institutional shareholders who've sold your stock down? Because such a large selling has to be because of a reason. If the reason is not fundamental, then it has to be technical or a institutional or a shareholder reason. So are there any large funds who bought your stock, let's say in 2017, suddenly because of compulsions they've decided to throw that stock out?
No, maybe they've got. I'm not an expert on that, but sir, is that I'm quite poor in that because I'm looking after the day-to-day activities and the industry. But I would say they might have got panicked. I don't know what, because everything is online as far as the company or the industry. But maybe they're over-traded. I don't know, or this band has come. They've got a little scared, and they'll come back after the band comes out, because we are here only, and I think there are ups and downs. And we're waiting for the same because the results will show. And I think if anybody is over trading, then that's up to them. But whatever it is for the reasons, but we are there here because I'm on that. I will be very less to talk because I have no idea what is going on.
Whether any institutional or any large HNI has sold into the stock?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I haven't made my homework on that, but I don't think so.
Your time. Thank you for joining us.